On today's merger, we are talking about Survivor 50, episode 11. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Claude, and this is Drop Your Kiwis.
$2 million, Claude.
$2 million. It's a lot of money.
That's
Haven't
what they
seen
get
that
to come
kind
back.
of money since 40.
I know. 10 seasons.
I know.
Maybe it'll
Pretty
be a
nuts.
regular thing. In 60, it'll be 2 million also. They'll find a way.
Yeah, they will find a way.
Mr. Beast will be hosting at that point, so
Oh,
it'll
God.
be...
But we were done
there-
with them.
Well, there was a lot of glazing. No, we can be done with him. But the tribe comes back to this camp. The final 7 come back and revel in the fact that someone's going to win $2 million.
I know. Everyone was
Um,
pretty exciting. Everyone was celebrating.
Yeah,
Except
everyone.
except for
except-
Joe and Jonathan.
Yeah, except for Joe and John. Yeah,
That
so,
was
yeah. To
pretty
a certain
funny.
extent, Jonathan, who'd lost Stephanie and was kind of a bit hurt about
Yeah.
that and having to flip on himself, which, yeah, gave more context to last week, because I was pretty surprised when him and Joe both voted for Stephanie to go out,
Yeah,
but
I guess they sort of knew
they
that
had
everyone
to.
else
eh?
was. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of forced their hand a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, babysitting Joe, eh?
Babysitting Joe. Oh man, so funny.
What is it
I like
about
how-
the way he plays that's just not gelling with the other
I
classmates?
know people just don't like. I mean, I feel like he just kind of like polices the game in a way, you know. People don't like that he doesn't let people play the way they want to play, especially Devons. I mean, yeah,
But
But yeah.
he's just like a chaotic character, Devons. but
exactly, yeah,
I guess Joe could get away with it on one season where the two strategic people were just lurking in the background.
exactly, yeah. Yeah.
It was a bit more of an easier cast to run, but this one just has they're all heavy hitters, so, and it's even heavier now that it's only 7 to go.
Yep. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, what did we think about this night of them coming back?
I mean, for me, the first thing I thought of when they got back and they're all talking like game plan and stuff, like for me it felt so like real, I guess. It felt so survivory. And I think
Yeah.
that for me it felt like that because I know there's no other like celebrity cameos and stuff coming up. Like every episode before this, I had in my mind, like all the time, I know that Mr. Beast is coming up. And now that that's done, I feel like it feels like Survivor again. At least it did at the start of this episode when I thought this. But yeah, I really liked how this episode started off and how everyone was just like strat chatting and I don't know, playing the
Yeah.
game, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we kind of forget that these guys have been like on a whirlwind. Like last episode was like a day and a half or something like
Yeah.
that. It was pretty hectic. They got their like letters and stuff like that, and then had to go do all these other things and haven't been able to come back to them. So now that all the hullabaloo has kind of played out, yeah, they've had
Yeah.
a chance to strategize. But I also do like the like slow play of Survivor. I think that's what
Yeah, me too.
if we're gonna do any sort of early criticism of the season, it's that they kind of relied again so much on gimmicks that they couldn't just let two people sit in a tent and talk.
I don't know.
I guess the
It's
fear
just-
is that most people will play like Sari and they won't like give too many people, or like all their big talk will be done behind closed doors and they can't really build a show out of that. I'm not too sure.
I mean, they built a show out of it for the first 40 seasons, right?
I know. Yeah.
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
definitely works, and they know it works. It's just a money thing,
Yeah, that's true.
and it definitely works better as well, right? Like giving time for relationships to like build and for people to actually connect with each other or learn to hate each other, kind of thing. It makes it so much better. But I think
Especially
we're
in
at
a
the point
stretched
now.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love the slow paced games because it also gives more time for things to I guess, not work out right. Like if you have a plan and you make that
Yeah,
plan after one tribal, there's a lot more time for that plan to go wrong until the next tribal happens. Whereas with this, it's like you have two tribals one day apart, kind of thing. It's a lot less time for new plans to come into fruition or the original
yeah,
plan to get leaked or whatever. So I feel like it is just better having more days. But I mean, I'm at the point now where I know that that's not going to happen.
no, we're
Like
never going to
they're
get like
too
less days.
exactly, yeah, they're too stingy now in terms
Yeah,
of budget for that. But
well, they're acquiring
yeah,
Warner
which
Brothers,
sucks.
so
But
um, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think it's better when they just let people breathe and whatnot. Like when it
exactly,
comes to
yeah,
the enemy comment that you made, it's it's uh it's just so easy to just be like, well, I'm not going to get them out because it's like 1 week and then I don't have to see them ever again. I may as well
yeah,
use that. And we saw that with the Rick. Not to jump to tribal council, but we saw that when Rick and Joe were pressed for each other, and Joe, with the old school, ostensibly bad player of the season, said, "I'm done with Ricky. We can never work together." And then Rick goes, "No, I see value in Joe still."
that was
I,
Jonathan. But yeah,
oh
I get
yeah,
what you mean.
Jonathan.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah,
but yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, same thing.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, that
yeah,
was pretty funny. That was a very funny moment.
yeah. Let him breathe. All these early moments at camp are kind of like fun because when you started watching the show, you're like, what do they do all day? What do they? Do they just sit there and talk about the same three things, or? But I guess it must be a lot of boredom too. I'm not too
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess with the shorter seasons, though, it's a lot less of that, a lot more actually playing the game, which is great for them, I'm sure. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
When you heard uh, Oscar talk about his father and reading his letters again, did you know that the writing was on the wall then, or did you?
nah, nah,
I
I
didn't
did
either.
not.
I was like,
Yeah,
"There's no way they're going to play this and then kick him off." I wrote
I
that
know.
note like later in the episode when it was like looking more that this plan would come together. But
Well, I was
this
just
was like a
convinced his
winner's
play
edit.
he'd play as Idol. I was so
Yeah,
convinced he'd play as Idol because, I mean, you see all the stuff at the start with Tiff wanting to flush his Idol and Suri also wanting his Idol flushed. So I thought
yeah,
for sure, like either he's going to be the target and Suri will tip him off to play as Idol, or he won't be the target and Suri will still tip him off to play as Idol. Either way, he's safe because he plays an Idol.
yeah,
So I thought there was no way he was going home at this point.
yeah.
But yeah,
But you didn't know Suri wasn't going to be there.
yeah. Well, that wasn't even the main thing. It was just. Well, I mean, we'll
Yeah,
get to it after the challenge, but
yeah.
yeah,
We'll get to
far
that.
out Aussie. Oh man, I'm
Yeah,
so
no,
mad at him. My winner pick.
your winner pick.
Oh,
Um, any words to say about the sort of full circle moment of him talking shit about his dad on the finale of his
yeah,
first season, and then like some catharsis that he's come to
I
now?
really liked that moment. I like the flashback, the relevant flashbacks to older seasons, and I like that he
Yeah,
kind of bonded over it with Rick as well, which is really cool. Like I thought that was going to come to something, but I mean, I guess they got separated straight away, and then he's
it,
gone, so that's never going to
yeah,
come to anything unless Rick makes it to the final and gets Aussie's vote because of it. But yeah,
yeah.
but I did
No, it
really
was
like that moment. That was a good bit of TV.
yeah, got a bit of emotional storytelling that
Exactly. Yeah.
because they've all got their stories out there and the things that are going to make them emotional and stuff, but
Yeah.
they're all doing it for reasons. And the fact that he wasn't thinking about his dad for a really long time, and then it only took getting a letter to from no, it was like someone else's letter, right? That kind of like triggered the
Yeah.
memory of his father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was cool. I like
It
it.
was. I liked that
It's
moment.
the
Yeah.
Survivor without all the hullabaloo.
Yeah.
Is there anything more pre-tribal? We kind of get straight into it
I
this
mean, there's a
episode,
few
eh? Like,
things. I mean,
yeah,
we find out that Rick's idol is only valid until Final Seven. I thought that was pretty interesting.
that was interesting. Yeah,
Um, But at the same time, I was pretty sure he was going to play it tonight anyway. Like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
was
especially
pleased it
when they got
wasn't.
to that split tribal. So
Yeah,
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 I
yeah, yeah,
was yeah, I was glad it was only until final seven because I know we talked about it last episode with Suri getting idled out again.
yeah, exactly. And the fact that he can play it for someone else too kind
Yeah,
of makes it a more valuable idol than
yeah,
the boomerang
exactly.
one.
It's just a regular
And
idol. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
and we saw that in this episode where there was always the chance that he could have played it for Emily, kind of thing, you know. Whereas if he did just have a boomerang idol, then they would have all just dumped votes on Emily, and Suri wouldn't have had to play extra vote. But we'll get to
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, that was
Um.
another tough flashback that we got to this episode.
Yeah.
It was that Sari flashback. I thought Sari
Oh
was going
man.
when they showed that. Little did I know.
Yeah. I mean, did they show that after the split tribe, after the challenge, or before that? Because I feel like as soon as we saw the split tribes, I was pretty confident that Suri would stay. But
Um, yeah, I can't remember now. And listen, like looking at my notes, but no, I think it was at the start. I said
okay.
advantage chart, not the flashback.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
not
yeah,
too
you're
sure though.
right, because it was when she was talking about getting rid of Ozzy's idol with Tiffany.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
She was
right.
just talking about all the idols because Tiffany brought up that Aussie's idol's got to go, Rizzo's idol's got to go. So,
Yeah. I really liked that from Tiffany because that whole
mhm.
segment started off with it ended with the Joe part where everyone's pissed off at Joe.
Yeah,
But then it went to a confessional of Tiffany and she's basically saying, yeah, everyone's pissed off at Joe, but like we can deal with that. Joe doesn't have any idols or anything. There's a challenge beast here who has an idol who can just win his way to the end. And I
hmm
really liked that gameplay from Tiffany, just being able to like put her feelings aside and be like, I can work with Joe because it's best for my game kind of thing.
100%.
Um,
And it is
but
best
yeah.
for her game. Like she needs to get out, or they most of them need to get out the big fish. So
Yeah, especially
that was good.
Ozzy,
Good
who's
read.
not just like has a kind of path to end with an idol and immunity wins potentially, but he's also been playing very well this entire game and is very likable. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think Ozzy is the biggest fish to get out right now, and everyone on that tribe, well, at least most of the people,
yeah.
it is best for their game that Ozzy's gone. But yeah,
I love that Sari goes along with the plan and then just like
yeah, I
wheels and
think she
deals
played
in the
it
background
perfectly.
to. That's her game. Her game is just
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
I'm going to be politics to your face. We're on the same team,
Yep.
and you're not going to know what side I'm on. To be fair.
Yeah. Um, there's one more thing that happened before the challenge, and that was, I
What was
guess
that?
this was the morning after tribal, and that was Ozzy talking about his nightmare
Oh yeah, to
about,
Sari after she told him about it.
yeah, I know, and it was like he a nightmare. He woke up on the jury, and Coach and Stephanie were there, and he was like, "What happened?" And they were like, "You didn't play your idol." I thought after that for sure he's gonna play his idol tonight. There's no way he doesn't play his idol.
I know.
Far
He got a
out.
premonition.
I know. He got a
You would
warning.
you would think there that they would make a code word to like play your idol, but I guess
I
there's
guess it's kind of hard though, because if
that's so
Jonathan
hard to think.
catches on,
I
yeah.
know. Yeah,
Like imagine it's the same outcome, but now Jonathan doesn't trust Suri, you know.
yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah,
Yeah,
I do think Suri did everything she could. Even if there was some sort of code word, it will be pretty tricky to get it through Jonathan,
yeah,
because Jonathan
that's
is
true.
fairly onto it as well. I feel like
He
at least
is.
this season, he's playing. He is very much playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, yeah. Should we move on to the challenge?
Yeah, let's move on to the challenge and advantage, the power broker advantage you're going to get.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that at the start of the episode, but
No, we do
or
know
the
there is an
start of the challenge.
advantage.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like you got to win. This is like a double elimination to win.
Yeah. So I like how Rizzo predicted what the challenge would be before they got there,
Yeah,
just from that little like 4-line note they got.
yeah,
I
smart.
thought that was pretty great. I'm like, no way knows what it is just from that little note, but he's
Yeah,
a
he
fan.
was right.
He's a big
He's
fan
a
of the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
The game's in his hands. Yeah, I liked that it was a calm day. It was nice to see that on a calm day because you can kind of get a bit more. But the same thing, like a lot of the four that have been dominating were running at the end. You know, bar
I mean, to be
Tiffany.
fair, it was just everyone minus Suri, right? It was. I think this challenge was so dumb because it
Yeah,
was just like who can stay on one foot for the longest, and it comes down to like split seconds. I think
yeah,
that's just it's basically a rock draw at that point. So yeah, that
yeah.
was I thought this challenge was really dumb. I think they should
There's
have just kept them standing there, let it go
yeah.
for a
There's
couple of hours if it needed to.
I know. Yeah, they don't like these long ones
I
anymore.
know, it's so dumb. I love the long challenges.
You got to pay the crew. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It all comes
exactly.
down to the bottom line.
I know. It
Yeah,
sucks. It sucks just like comparing it with older seasons and just like knowing that
yeah,
the reason they're not doing this is because they don't want to pay more money. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's just, yeah,
But when you
it's
look at
hard to
some of
watch
the
as a fan.
production value of the previous seasons, like they didn't have, like they probably made the show on less of a budget, no, or
Probably,
more of
yeah,
a tighter one.
but that's the thing. They spend the budget on the things that fans actually care about. Like we don't really care about if the challenge looks like all like um
Yeah,
proper made or anything. Like it's
no,
the things that are important is like the actual like how it plays out.
yeah,
Like if you're just making everyone stand on one foot so the challenge can end right there, like that's just not really that's just a terrible challenge. Like it'll be so easy to just let it go longer, just more expensive for them, which oh man, yeah,
yeah,
it just all
they,
comes back to that whole
yeah,
conversation about cost cutting and
budget, yeah,
yeah, the
because
decline of the
yeah,
show.
yeah.
But yeah,
Well, it's 50 seasons is a long time for
it
any
is a
show to
long
run.
time.
Like you have to and they're going to find what's consistent with production over those 50 seasons too. So you're
Exactly,
going to
yeah.
get a great understanding of where you can cut budget. And then they're done COVID.
Oh no.
um, yeah. Yeah. Sari was pretty much gone as soon as she stepped up there, I think.
Yeah.
I wrote that down. Sari's got to be gone.
Yeah.
But
I like the flashback to 42 with the when Jonathan won it, and it was basically just the same thing of it came down to like they were on there for seconds,
yeah.
and yeah, he won it. It was terrible weather.
Yeah, I think 3 minutes was or something around there was the time that he won that one in. But yeah, I am with you. All these balancing ones, there's so many better balancing ones too. What about the one where you got to spell immunity out, but you've got to hold a long rope? That's balance.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely better than this one. I don't really like though. I don't. The balance challenges are all right, but I feel like if there's going to be some type of endurance challenge, it's I like the ones that are painful for them. I like
Yeah,
watching them like be in pain and like have to like push through rather than the ones where they get out because they slipped up. It's a lot
yeah,
more exciting when there's actually like some sort of like willpower because in
yeah,
those challenges as well, you get the people who are actually on the bottom who know they need to win.
yeah.
So yeah,
Because they
those are my
push like
favorite
so
kind of
much further.
challenges. Yeah, the ones where you have to push yourself rather than the ones where you just have to not slip up for a second.
Yeah, which then makes great TV because when the person that everyone doesn't want to win
Yeah,
wins, it's like a bomb
yeah,
going off.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I hope they have something like that next week and Rick Devens can win it.
Hopefully it's not another balance
Yeah,
because,
it is boring as well.
mm,
Like
yeah,
watching
I guess
someone
not
just like balance on something. It's like not
stand.
not very riveting TV.
Yeah, just
But
like
yeah,
minutely change their center of gravity.
no.
Yeah, no, it's not as good as like people in agony face.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
many close-ups of those.
Yeah.
What did
But
you
yeah,
think of? I didn't catch Tiffany cheating when until they rewound the tape, but
I
when you
did.
watch it, oh, you did?
Yeah, I noticed it. I feel like they made it quite obvious. I feel like they specifically used shots from that were constantly showing everyone, including Tiffany, and
Yeah,
to make it so it wasn't a controversial decision. But I noticed it when it was happening. I saw her
right.
standing on 2 feet. I'm like, ain't no way. Like it was like a good like few seconds after Jeff
Y-
said after
Yeah,
Jeff counted down.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm glad they did catch it because I know if they didn't catch it, it was obvious enough that there would have been outrage about it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, that would have been. I mean, she didn't follow the rules,
yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I
No,
don't think she
I
did
had
it
to rewind and
intentionally,
watch
but
it.
yeah,
No,
I
no,
think it's
no.
just yeah, and she took it very well as well at the end
Yeah,
when and she was like, "Yeah, I trust you, Jeff," kind of thing. So
yeah.
she did take it very well.
She did. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy that her brain just kind of said, no, we're just going to keep standing here for a moment, or just like
Yeah.
didn't register what Jeff was saying. But these guys are so depleted, so you're not
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
When the advantage was read to Jonathan, what did you first think?
Man, I first thought this is such a huge advantage. This is like insane.
Yeah,
Like
voting twice.
this has got to be like one of the most powerful advantages they've ever had, right?
Yeah,
Because that is insane. Not just voting twice, but basically being the one who decides who goes as well. Because
the swing
everyone's
vote.
going to want to
Yeah,
be on your side of the vote because you're safe
yeah,
and there's so few people in each tribe. And being able to walk back and forth. That's great. I thought that
yeah,
was hilarious when they first said that he gets to walk back and forth. I thought that was
yeah.
so funny. But it's just so strong, and I don't dislike it, but it's just like, yeah, that's huge for Jonathan, and he knew it was huge too. Like when he won that, he was like, "Oh my God, this is a big advantage."
I know the advantages
And he
keep
definitely made the most
increasing.
of it too.
He did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Should we get to the beach?
Yep. Let's do it.
I loved that opening shot of them all coming in and Jonathan's in his own boat, and then he lands in
Yeah.
the middle and gets to read the sign of walking
Yep.
to side by side.
What were your initial thoughts when you saw the two, when you saw the split?
I thought Emily, which we kind of predicted at the start of or the end of last episode, that Emily was in a pretty bad position, and I thought Aubrey.
Yeah, I thought Aubrey as well from the get. I was like, oh yeah, Aubrey has no shot here. But on the other side, I thought I was scared for Sari at first because I knew that Devon's had an idol, so they wouldn't be able to split the vote. So I'm like, oh no, if he plays it on the person that they vote for, Sari could go home. But then I remembered that she had the extra vote, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, thank God, because if she now they can split the vote if Jonathan's on their side, which he was, and no matter who the idol gets played for, they go to a revote, which is exactly what happened. So yeah, I
yeah,
was scared for Suri for a very short amount of time, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, she's fine. Emily is probably doomed because Devons will play it on himself, I'm sure. But
yeah.
yeah,
It was a bit of a ditch effort. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, to be
just
fair, even if Suri didn't have the split vote, I'm sure they would have known that Devons would play it on himself and all vote for Emily. So
yeah. I think they would have banked on that at the end.
yeah, I
Um,
mean, it would have been a lot more risky, but
yeah,
yeah, at least this way, Suri guarantees that there's a split vote and a revote, and then she doesn't go home. But
and
yeah,
the best time to use an advantage is when there's a disadvantage like posed to you,
yep,
and splitting the
exactly,
tribes
yeah.
up is a massive disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
But
yep,
yeah,
for
he
sure.
so Jonathan starts at this side and talks immediately to Tiffany and Sari, and you're like, okay, they're on their side. But then
Yep.
Emily comes up with this plan that maybe we could. Do you reckon any of them believed Emily that she could convince Rick to give the idol to her?
I think they believed that Emily would try and convince Rick, but I don't think they would have thought that Rick would actually do it. But there's always the chance, and that would have been in people's minds. And I think Emily did exactly what she should have done, not
Yeah.
knowing that Suri had an extra vote. I think she played
Yeah.
it perfectly, but obviously it was just with that advantage Suri had, there was no chance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Emily played very, very well, and she did exactly what she needed to do. It
She
was a
did. She
good
was
plan.
feisty and hungry
Yeah,
for it. Yeah.
yeah, it was a very, very good plan.
On
Yeah.
the other side of the beach, what
Oh
did you
no.
think there?
Oh man. It was such smooth sailing for Ozzy until he why did he go to
I
Aubrey and
I
give
don't know.
his jury pitch?
Jury management is the reason
But
that
it's oh my
I've been
gosh,
able to put it through my head, but
he's away for Suri for one afternoon and he just
one afternoon.
blows up his entire game. I still can't believe he did that. Like
Yeah. She's not out of the
he
game
just
yet.
I know.
Aussie. She's not out
And
of the game yet.
he gave her so much ammunition as well. He's like, yeah, I'm with Suri. She's my number one. I also gave her my extra vote, and like that's the kind of thing she can go to other people with, and like Rizzo can like Rizzo knows that she's telling the truth because Ozzy's the only one that knows about um
Yeah.
Suri's extra vote. He just did so. I don't know why. It's just crazy.
He
It's
just
got to
talked
be
too
one of the
much.
worst moves of this season.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Probably
so
number one.
disappointing because he was playing such a good game beforehand, like the perfect game beforehand, and then just that one conversation just blows everything up. I
I
still
know.
can't believe he did that.
Well, his game was so under the radar
I
that
know.
he, and then yeah, this is just a
Exactly, yeah.
complete opposite turn of it.
I
I
know.
I was shouting at the TV.
I know.
What are you doing? What are
I
you
was shaking
doing?
my head. I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
Why did you do that?
As soon
You
as he
could go
did
and talk
that,
to her. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I think he's going to be the target now. Because
Yeah.
this was after as well. This was after we had Tiffany and Jonathan talking about getting rid of Ozzy from the other side.
Yeah.
So when they were talking about that, I'm like, okay, it's fine. I reckon he's going to play as idol anyway. But then he talks to Aubrey. I'm like, oh no, he's actually so confident that Aubrey's going home because he doesn't tell her these things if he's not like 100% sure she's going.
That's true.
So in this
Yeah.
moment too, I'm like, oh no, he's not going to play as idol because he's so
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah, I
And
didn't even
then
think about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the only like saving grace for him was if Suri could somehow um get Rizzo to tell him, which Suri played perfectly as
Oh,
well.
such a smart play. Waiting
Yeah,
for the conversation to come up
I
and
know.
then going like, what if Rizzo did Joe did talk to Rizzo? Like
Yep.
that is a
Yeah,
good idea, I think.
exactly. And it went perfectly. But I guess
It did.
she didn't know about the conversation. She didn't know about Ozzy telling Aubrey, so she thought that there would still be reason for Rizzo to save Ozzy, right? Which I still think he should have. I think it was probably best for Rizzo's game to save Ozzy, but I can understand why he didn't. But yeah, pretty
Yeah.
nuts. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, or
Oh man.
I guess in defense of Rizzo, and we can get to this when he kind of gets voted out, but or in predictions for next week and how him and Sari are going to deal with it. The fact that he like Ozzy talked about the end game so much kind of gave him license to be like, well, now everyone knows that, and I'm not going to be able to use you. Now all these other people are more valuable
Yeah.
to me to get to the end game. So
Oh,
I don't know.
no.
I kind of think it was a good reason to get him out at the end.
Yeah,
But
oh, absolutely. But yeah. What were your thoughts on Joe? Because initially it was Jonathan and Aubrey are in to vote out Ozzy, and then Jonathan goes to Joe, and Joe is very hesitant. I feel like the only reason Joe was saying we need to tell Rizzo is because he thought that Rizzo wouldn't want to do it. Because I don't think Joe wanted to get rid of Ozzy, but it ended up
yeah,
working out very well for him, um, telling Jonathan that he wants to tell Rizzo, because I think that's built quite a bit of trust between Joe and Rizzo now that wasn't really there
definitely.
before. So
Yeah,
I think that's kind of interesting. That's like a new bond that could come out of it,
yeah,
especially since Rizzo has lost his, I guess, number two in the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
But yeah,
Turned on. his number
Yeah,
two.
I know. I'm interested to see how that will go if he gets to final tribal.
No, I thought it was good to Joe to do that from his
Yeah,
perspective.
definitely.
He is the person that loops everyone in, and him talking about that it's going to piss off Rizzo if we don't tell them, and we need to be able to work with him for the rest of the season was smart.
Yeah, I think Joe builds rapport with everybody from this move except for Suri, maybe. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think he's on better footing with everyone, all other 5 people minus Suri. So
yeah,
yeah, definitely went well for Joe, even if it wasn't really the move he wanted to make, which we don't know. But
yeah. We don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Mr. Honor Integrity takes out another one of his alliance. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, I'll show you head to the first tribal.
let's do it.
So first
It's
tribal was the Emily tribal.
yeah, the Emily
So
tribal.
yeah, I guess it kind of just went the way we expected it
Yeah,
to. Do you think Suri told Jonathan and Tiffany that she was going to play extra vote? She must have, right?
she
Because
must have
that would
said
have given
something.
them,
Yeah,
yeah, that would have given them the
confidence to
confidence
split.
that,
Yeah,
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 because
and
she could have
and
easily just not. If those two voted for Emily and they thought
yeah,
Suri was voting for Emily, and then Suri switches and puts 2 on Rick, obviously still works out, but then she doesn't. She's been hiding something from them, so I'm sure she would have told them
yeah.
that she would have
Is
played it.
was it knowledge to those two that maybe not Jonathan,
No,
but was it knowledge to Tiff that she had the extra vote?
maybe, but not that we saw. I'm pretty
Not that we've
sure
seen. Yeah,
from the start of the episode, to our knowledge, the only 3 people that knew about it was Suri, Ozzy, and Rizzo.
right.
So Suri would have been the only person in this tribe who knew about it, but she would have told them at some point. So it would have just been when.
But then,
But yeah,
then Ozzy tells Aubrey, and now everyone knows.
yeah. I mean,
I
to be
guess it
fair,
doesn't matter
everyone
now,
knows
but
anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't
but
matter
yeah,
anymore. But
yeah. What I thought it was interesting that Suri got to vote twice on the revote as well.
yeah, I guess they um wanted to like make it sure that like no one knew who had the extra
Yeah,
vote
true. That's a good point. Yeah, because then if
because
I
it
guess
could have
if
been someone else if they were like, "Oh, you can't vote, Suri."
yeah, but she could
Yeah,
vote. They could both still vote, but I guess that was probably just the effect of the extra vote being in play, right? So yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I feel like
But you
that's
are
just a
right that
ruling
their
thing.
two votes cancel out. So do they really even need to vote?
I mean, in this
You know?
case, yes, right? But yeah, if Surrey didn't get the extra vote in the revote, then they wouldn't need to vote. But then the information comes out that one of the 2 people who was voted for played the extra vote. But I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it doesn't really matter too much. Even if she didn't get the extra vote,
No,
Surrey
yeah,
goes. No, sorry, not Surrey. Emily goes.
yeah. I,
Yeah.
but they could only vote for each other though, right? So it was kind of a bit
No.
pointless. But
Um. Oh no. Yeah, you're right actually, because Rick's played his idol at that point, right?
yeah,
So
he played his
yeah. No.
idol,
Yeah,
so he
you're
was
right.
safe. It was
Yeah.
only those two. Yeah, I was also questioning it, being like, why when they were reading the votes, they kept reading votes,
Yeah, I
and I
know.
was,
They kept
this is
coming.
too many votes.
I know.
Yeah,
But yeah. Oh, I mean,
this
yeah,
one was
same
pretty cut and
outcome.
dry.
Very cut
Yeah,
and dry.
same.
Yeah. Emily,
Yeah,
I think Emily played very well.
she did. She
She
played
played
well.
right up until the end.
She
I
should
think,
like keep her mouth shut if she comes back for a third time. When it comes to like advantages and stuff, like play a little bit more of a subdued game when it comes to it. You can still be devious and whatnot, but use like the advantage of the extra vote. Like keep it in secret rather than just go and telling everyone. Like the thing that she
yeah,
did with Christian, she like bagged on his name after working with him for 2 weeks. Doesn't really help build rapport against your
yeah.
character. I don't know.
I think Emily got done so dirty by having to go straight to the jury. Like,
Yeah,
I would have hated it if I get voted out. I want to go be by myself for a bit. I don't want to have to go sit in front of everyone else, including one of the people who just voted me out. Like,
yeah.
I think she got done so dirty. Like
And
they
then
could
just
have
has to be
easily just
silent.
like yeah, they could have easily just like sent her away and she comes back next tribal, right? Like she doesn't need to be at that next tribal.
I guess she does to know the whole story of the game, right?
I don't think so, because Ozzy doesn't see her tribal, and they get voted out at the same point of the
Yeah,
game.
but
Ozzy versus
Aussie's
her tribal, so why should she have to watch Ozzy's tribal, right?
because because Aussie wasn't on the jury at that point. Like, so he wouldn't have been able to watch. Like, he shouldn't have been able to watch. I think it's important for if you are a jury member that you see every tribal council, which is the case when you're a jury member.
Okay, but then how do you decide what the orders of these tribals are?
Well, the
Because then
order
it
of the
just comes
tribal
down to
was like the placement of where they were on camp, basically, because it was
so
that
it was just
establishing
random.
shot. Oh, definitely was
Okay.
random. It was like it was the when they came in on the boats. Emily and Cerise were on the right hand side,
Uh-huh.
and as they walk out of the tribal, they do that thing and they walk to the right. So it was Emily's like camp that was leading the procession, and
Yeah,
that's why
but
they were
then
first.
yeah, but then if the orders of the tribal are random, right, then that should mean that Ozzy and Emily have the same placement in the game, right? They're both what,
They
ninth
are
equal?
ninth equal, yeah.
So why does one of them get to watch the other tribal, but the other one doesn't get to watch that tribal? Even though it happened before, even though
Mm,
one of the tribals happened first, they should both be, I guess, joining
ninth
the
equal.
jury at the same point in the game. So I mean, I don't really mind too much. It's just something I thought about and something that
No,
I
yeah.
think Emily shouldn't have been on the jury at that point. I think they should have joined at the same time at the next tribal because they have the
Yeah.
same placement in the game, even though the um one tribal happened after the other, they still have the same
Yeah.
placement. But yeah, that's just something I thought
It,
about, yeah. And I thought it was rough for Emily to have to sit there.
it
Yeah.
was, yeah, and it probably had some sort of impression on them because they got knowledge of what happened in the previous tribal.
Yeah,
Like, if Sari
exactly.
was voted out, would that have changed? Would they be like, oh, now we definitely have to get out Aussie because then it's a 1-2 punch, you know? I mean, they ended
Yeah.
up sort of going for him, but should we go to that second tribal?
Yeah. I mean, I guess to be fair, Jonathan would just say as well, like he can just tell people Emily got voted out. But
Yeah.
then you never actually know, right? He could just be lying. Like not that he would,
Yeah.
but there's always the
No.
possibility. So yeah, I think that would have been better if they did it that way. But yeah. Oh well.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Next tribal. Oh man.
Oh, man.
I mean, this one, in terms of the voting, it was very straightforward.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh man, the
Everyone but him.
result of it, Ozzy not playing his idol.
Yeah. It was a long pause, too, that they
It was a
held
very
for
long
in the edit.
pause.
Yeah.
Far out. Yeah, that was rough to watch. And then when he gets voted out,
Yeah, he
mm,
takes it so hard when he gets
oh, he
voted out.
does.
Rizzo goes, "You talk too much. I'll tell you
Oh
later." And he's
man.
just like, "There's nothing you can say to me
Yeah.
that will make me understand." And then he says, "What does he say? I won't ever." I think I wrote it down actually. I can't explain how painful this is to anyone. That's
Yeah.
such a sad sentence. Oh my
I
gosh.
know.
You
He's like,
can't
no
relate
one
this to
else can
anyone.
relate to this. I'm sure
No,
there's people who can relate to it, but I mean, has there been
definitely.
somebody who's lost as many times as Ozzy?
No. James got
No. Nah, I
maybe.
mean, James got Medivacs twice. It's not really the same. It's not the
Yeah.
same feeling. Although I guess Ozzy did make it to the end once, so I guess he hasn't had his torch snuffed as many times as Suri, I guess. But yeah, he hasn't been betrayed as many times as Suri, I guess is his thing. He's just been betrayed so many times.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ozzy. I would have loved for
Damn.
him to win. He would have been
I
such a
know.
good winner.
He was sitting in such a good position, kind of driving the
He
season too.
was. It's just that
Playing
one
from the
thing.
that
That
one
one thing he
conversation. Oh my
did.
gosh.
So
Why would you
dumb.
talk to the enemy? It's like doing it's giving JT a license to go and like spill the rice or yeah, you never tell the person who's dying that they're dying straight away because it gives them life.
You know what's even crazier too? She still has a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
If if he was so convinced that she was going home, he must have thought that that might tip her off to play a shot in the dark, right? It's just
Yeah,
dumb on all levels. Even if you do have complete trust in everyone, which you shouldn't have, like
yeah,
there's still other ways she can survive.
yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's just so the more you think about it, the more dumb the move was. But
It was
it does kind
insane.
of, yeah, it does kind of reinforce the fact that he was playing a good game by letting Suri do all the strategy.
Yeah,
Because he clearly does not have the strategic chops that she does.
no.
But yeah.
In
Oh
what world
man.
did he think that that was a good idea to go and
I
talk
don't
to the
know.
opposite side and be like, this is all our
Crazy.
information? And instead of telling you this on day 30 when I've got a captive audience,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you now to worsen the blow.
And final nine too. To be so confident to give your jury pitch when there are still 9 people left.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's actually crazy. This
Do you reckon
man.
it's his sunk Cerise game?
I think it's absolutely hurt her game. I don't know if it sunk it, but I mean, he revealed, right, that he wanted to go to the end with Suri, which I feel like was Suri, pretty much Suri's only way of getting to the end, because no one else is
100%.
taking her.
No.
But yeah, to be fair
But
though, that's also kind of, I feel like that's also the fact that Ozzy was willing to take Suri to the end. Does that mean that Ozzy wasn't going to win anyway? Like if he takes
yeah,
Suri to the end, Suri wins, right?
Cerise definitely
So
wins. Yeah.
maybe Ozzy just wasn't going to win anyway, which makes it hurt a bit less seeing that he went home. But also, even if he did plan to take Suri to the end, he could win challenges later on. Suri could get voted out by people
Yeah.
not Aussies. He could still win. But
Man,
yeah,
this back and forth
not
you're doing in your
anymore.
head is great to witness. This
He could, he could, he
justification
could,
of,
he couldn't. But yeah.
yeah. Oh, why did
Oh
you do
man.
it? Why did you
Now
do
we're down
it?
to 7.
And now we're down to 7. Yeah. Should we head
All
into
right.
our predictions?
Well, before we do, I have one question.
Yeah.
Because Ozzy didn't play his idol, does
Yeah.
Genevieve now get his idol?
True, as a souvenir. Yeah, it should boomerang back to her, right?
Imagine, eh?
Yeah. That's a good
Imagine she gets it like
in the
when it
mail.
happens. Like she goes home and then like a week afterwards she gets this idol in the mail and like, oh man, one of the two didn't play the idol and got sent home. That
Yeah,
would be
with
so funny.
that would be funny. I think yeah. I don't know. Should we'll live in the world where that happened or
Yeah, it definitely
yeah.
didn't happen, but I like to think it did.
Yeah.
And then I like to think as well that next week Rizzo goes home with his idol, and then Genevieve gets sent a second one, and then she knows that both of them went home with idols in their pocket.
She'd feel a little bit more vindicated about the season and a
Definitely.
little less salty. So I guess that didn't happen because I listened to her exit press and she was pretty salty.
Yeah, I mean, I
Rightfully
would be
so.
too. Yeah, she was definitely
Rightfully
done
so,
the
I
most
should-
dirty out of
I
everyone.
should preference, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also believe that she was done dirty and do not like
Yeah.
the boomerang idol. Yeah.
No. Oh well. Yeah, let's get to
Let's do it.
predictions and thoughts for next time.
Yeah. Well, you get to pick a new
I
winner
get to
now.
pick a new winner.
Second time in the season, I like to add, and I haven't changed mine. I don't know
This
if
is the
my
third
winner's
time
going to
in the
win,
season.
but
My
the
my
third time.
initial,
Oh,
I went
Q.
from
That's
Savannah
right.
to Q to Aussie
I forgot about Q.
to
Sorry,
whoever I'm
how
going to
could I
pick
forget
now.
about Q? Okay,
I mean, he
the
he
fourth
never
pick.
voted. Q didn't really play the game. He never
No,
cast a
that's
vote.
true.
So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. Okay.
What are your
So
options? Who are you thinking are possible options?
so we have Joe and Rizzo, who I think could make it to the end but won't win. So I'm not going to pick either of
Okay.
them. Then we have Rick and Sari, who I think are just way too big of targets and will definitely get voted out before final tribal.
Okay.
Then I have Aubrey, who I think could only beat Rizzo and Joe at the end. So
Yep.
I'm not going to pick her because that needs to be like a perfect final 3 for her. And out of Jonathan and Tiffany, Jonathan had an amazing episode this episode. He basically just chose 2 people to get rid of. So he has a very
He
strong
did.
game now. But I think he's going to be targeted. So I think he won't
Yeah.
make final 3. So I'm going to go with Tiffany. I think
Wow.
Tiffany's been playing very well, and she's still very under the radar. So Tiffany is my new winner pick.
Wow. I like it. It is yeah, I like the analysis of it too. The degradation you just threw on Rizzo's name, I'm not going to stand for, but
Well, I don't think he has a chance. I think he can get second if he's with Joe, but I don't think he can win. I don't think he's
I think
respected
Rizzo would
enough.
beat Aubrey and Joe.
Maybe, but
I
I
think
think he just doesn't
Rizzo
get
might even
taken
beat
seriously
Jonathan and
enough.
Joe.
I don't think he beats Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if he
Yeah,
gets to the end there.
yeah. I hope he does get to the
D-
end because
Do you
it will
think?
be an improvement from his last game.
Yeah, that's true. And then he will come back for this third time. This time, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, he
Like,
comes fourth, then he comes third, then second, and in his fourth time he finally wins.
finally wins. Yeah. Nah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fourth
Yeah,
chance.
I'm happy with my new winner pick. I think
Yeah,
Tiff's
I
playing a
think she's been
very
playing a
good
great.
game.
She has been.
Very, very
She's
good game.
settled herself in like real tight with Sari,
Yep.
but knows that she can't beat Sari.
Yeah.
She has that situation with Joe where Joe will never say her name
Yep.
because they shared some pasta together.
Yeah. And she's just very well liked, right? I think
Yeah,
people, and she's got people on the jury. She's got D on the jury who is
D on the jury,
D was the first one
who's
on the jury, so she's like
running the jury.
influencing people who are coming in, right?
Uh
So
huh.
there's that. And then also she has the pitch where she she was on the bottom. She was the one person on the bottom, like firmly at the bottom after the D vote, and she's
Yeah,
managed to climb her way back up to the top, which is such like a powerful thing to be able to say at Final Tribal. So
yeah, that is
she
pretty
definitely has a
impressive.
good chance.
Yeah, I wonder will people will spot it and put her on the same list as Sari and Devons. Probably not as the same high profile. I think you're right in that assessment that those two are kind of the biggest players left on the board that are going to be targeted. No, I like the pick.
All right.
I'm rooting for you.
But you're rooting for Rizzo more.
I am. I am
Good.
rooting
That's
for
good.
Rizzo.
That's what I like to
Yeah,
hear. You
yeah.
can't not be rooting for your winner pick. But yeah,
I'm
cool.
I'm I'm rooting for you to in that I don't want you to be too hurt when Rizzo does eventually win.
To be
RIZ
clear, I
GOG.
still want Sari to win more than anyone else. I just don't think she will. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think Sari is in the best position in the game? Still?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think she's definitely taken a big hit with Aussie gone, but I don't know. Maybe she's not
Ooh.
because she doesn't have her extra vote anymore. She's still got Rizzo, and she's still got Tiffany,
Yeah.
but she's way more of a target than Tiffany is. I might even just go with Tiffany to be in the best position
Okay. Let's do it.
because Tiffany's like
Tiffany.
actually under the radar as well. Like I feel
She
like
is
we've had Aubrey talk about how she's under the radar, but Aubrey just hasn't really been
in the game.
in the game, yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
Tiffany's actually been playing and making decisions and being on the right side of the vote and came up from the bottom, where Aubrey's just kind of been a floater on the bottom the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah,
So yeah.
she's probably still seen like after their devo as just all the way down. So this is so many bigger fish to fry. And now that
Yeah.
Jonathan's made his game so much bigger, that's another person that's again. Yeah, she's got a good case. Yeah, who do I think is in the best position in the game? It is hard not to say Tiffany. I'm gonna go with Rizzo. I think Rizzo's in the best position because he's got the idol.
That's true, yeah. That's the only advantage left in the game.
Only
That's
advantage
pretty
left in the
big.
game. He can, yeah. We can see if he can milk it for this tribal. This is the big one where
Yeah.
he will be a target here. But
What do you reckon it's going to be another double tribal?
I do think there's one more double tribal.
Because this is the second to last episode, so
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah,
Although we might enter the finale with 6 and then do a double trouble. Yeah. I don't know.
maybe. Yeah,
They usually do
yeah.
finale with 5 and then go down to 3. So
I mean, Rizzo
probably.
has also built a lot of trust with Joe, Aubrey,
Hmm.
Jonathan as well. So
Yeah.
he is in a very good spot. You're right,
Who's in the worst spot?
Rick. Definitely
Without,
Rick, with
especially when
no
you see the
question.
next time on, and he's like, "You're not out of
Oh
it yet."
man.
It's like, oh, you might be.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, I'm
he
with
is
you.
the biggest target, and he has no alliance and no advantage left. He's
Yeah,
just yeah,
he's a sitting
and he has
duck.
two people left in the game that despise him and will not work with him.
And
So yeah, I don't see
oh,
anyone else taking
Joe
that position. Joe and
and
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Jonathan outwardly told everyone that he will never work with Rick Devens, which is crazy.
yeah, he did. I think he kind of walked that sentence back when Rick said the opposite, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, maybe I
I
will
think he
work with
kind of
Rick."
did, but I think it
He
was,
didn't walk it back entirely, maybe.
yeah, exactly. He didn't convincingly walk it back. So I don't
Oh,
think
no,
Rick's going to be able to trust him, even if he does want or need to work with him at some point. Yeah, it's not looking good for Rick Devens. But yeah,
no.
we'll see. We'll see how it
Yep.
goes. I think Sari will want to keep Rick because he
Yeah.
might be the one person that people are going to want to get rid of at Final Four
Before
rather
sorry.
than her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think she'll want to keep him around, and if she has enough sway, then he could stay. But I don't think she'll have enough sway over Jonathan and Joe.
Not with Aussie gone now, and Rizzo kind of hurt that Suri and Aussie were gonna had this alliance. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Um.
don't think Rick Devens is going to go next week, though. I reckon
No.
Jonathan's going to go. I've
Oh,
thought
okay.
about it a lot in the past couple minutes, and I think that
Do you want to move
Sari's
it?
going to try. So no, I think Rick Devens is still in the worst position,
Right.
but I think Jonathan's. I have a feeling that Sari's going to want to keep Rick, and she's going to rally Aubrey, Rizzo, Tiffany, Devens to get rid of Jonathan because
Yeah.
Jonathan's going to be his stock just went up a ton after this episode. I feel like,
I
and
know, and
people
he
are going
can
to
win
see that,
challenges
and
still.
people are going to be hungry for a Jonathan blindside.
Yeah. I think
So I
Suri
can see
wants
that happening.
Joe to win immunity challenges because Joe's got like the least resume
Yeah,
story
exactly.
out
No
here.
one's going to want to get rid of Joe. Joe's going to the final three,
Yeah. Joe's
but
going to
yeah,
the final 3
and even
where
like
he's gonna
Rick will want
learn
Joe at the
about.
final three because if Rick's in final three and Joe's sitting next to him, then Joe's not casting a vote, and he
True.
knows Joe's not going to vote for him. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Just imagine if Rick, Jonathan, and Joe are at the end. That would be a wild ending.
yeah, I think Rick definitely wins that.
Definitely. Yeah. To go with with your two enemies that wouldn't work with you. I think
Oh
you've got a
no,
massive story there. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Should we go through the cast members and just say what their best final 3 would be, or
yep.
should we do
I like that idea. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
sweet? If we start with Sari, who do we think Sari's going to want to go to the end with? Is the
I
first one
think
Rizzo?
yes, I think she's going to take Rizzo to the end because I think
Yeah,
she is tightest with Rizzo. Honestly, I think Tiffany as well. I think Cerie's in the unique position where she can take anyone to the end, so she will
yeah,
just take the people that she trusts the
is
most.
the
So
closest with, yeah,
Cerie's ideal final three will be Rizzo and Tiffany as well. Because then she
yeah.
hasn't really burnt bridges too, because
No,
they're her number one and two, I assume, at this point.
yeah, you
So
got to.
yeah.
Maybe Joe, just because he was on a original sealer and he was there for longer, but Sari's getting so fed up with having to coach him through the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's Cerie's ideal final three.
Who do you want to do next?
Um should we do Joe next since he's also original sealer? I guess Devons is
Okay.
too, but yeah, let's do Joe.
Who's Joe's?
Well,
Who's Joe's number?
why don't you say this one because I feel like I kind of took charge of the Suri one.
Well, I think Joe showed that he's pretty close with Rizzo, so I feel like
Yeah.
Rizzo's kind of a number one for him.
Yep, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. I think that's
And
his number
then
one.
I think it's got to be Tiffany because of that pasta discussion.
I think, yeah, I think that's his best. I think he'll probably want to take Jonathan over Tiffany, but I think Tiffany's his better option there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rizzo and Tiffany exactly the same as Cerise.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Haven't chosen each other, yeah.
yeah.
How about Aubrey?
Aubrey, I think Rizzo and Joe. I think those are the only two people she can beat. I think, but I mean, if you don't think she beats Rizzo,
Mm,
then you can change that up if you want to
yeah.
go for
Well,
another
yeah.
option.
So definitely Joe.
Yeah, definitely Joe.
I feel like she could, get to the end with Jonathan and have a case. In her eyes, she might see that she has got a case and that it's kind of the best
Maybe.
people she could go with. But
I don't see. I think Jonathan's just too. He's just made too many big moves at this point,
she
and I feel
wouldn't
like,
go back on her work and go, oh, maybe I'll work with Devons.
oh no way, Devons is beating her in the final.
Uh,
I feel like he's just. They have both a similar story where they've both been on the bottom for so long, but Rick's just actually played from the bottom, whereas Aubrey's
yeah,
just kind of sat there. So
yeah.
yeah,
No, I'll give it to you. With Jonathan, I
I think
think
he.
he's. You go.
Nah, I was going to say Joe. I'm sure you were also going to say Joe.
It's Joe, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to
Because
be
that,
Joe,
yeah, because that gives like guns to his honor integrity as
100%.
well. So
And then the second one might even be Tiff, to be honest,
maybe.
because yeah, she'll go to the end with strong people, maybe, or Aubrey, because they've got that alliance of you won't really see us coming. That I even just forgot about then.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. I mean, you can. I think maybe Rizzo. I think would be a better option for him, but I don't think he'll see that. So I can
Yeah.
see him taking Aubrey to the end. I think he probably will take Aubrey to the end over Rizzo, but I think he'd be better off taking Rizzo to the end.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep it on Aubrey
Yeah,
for
yeah,
now.
sounds good.
Should we do Tiffany?
Yep, let's do Tiffany.
Now,
I
does
think.
Tiffany see? I think Tiffany would definitely take Joe for the same
Yep,
pasta alliance.
definitely. Yeah. Um. Yeah, Tiffany definitely takes Joe because she beats Joe and she also has that trust with him. So,
Yeah.
um,
And
not
then
burning any bridges there.
the second one, if it's not Sari, who is it?
Not Suri. No one's taking Suri
No
to
one,
the
no
end.
one can take Sari. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be.
Well, who's she close with? She's not really close
Well,
with
I think she's close
Aubrey,
with it.
Rick.
No,
Maybe
maybe just
Rizzo.
Jonathan.
Rizzo or Jonathan. Yeah, it has to be one of them.
Yeah, Rizzo or Jonathan. Who are we going?
I'd say Jonathan. I'd say she can
Yeah,
beat Jonathan at the
I
end.
I think she's gonna want to go with Jonathan. It's like
Yeah,
another like strong alliance too.
yeah. And if it's Joe and Jonathan as well, then that's the potential to split jury votes. So
Yeah,
yeah. Should we do Rizzo next?
let's do him. ROZGOD.
Yeah.
I
Joe.
think he's yeah, definitely Joe.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is becoming glaringly obvious that Joe's
Yeah.
got a good cakewalk here to the
Yep.
final.
Yeah.
Literally everyone we've picked, apart from Sari, has chosen him,
I
and
know.
even Sari would take Joe to the end. To be fair,
Yep, exactly. Well, so you can just take anyone to the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then the other one for Rizzo.
I have an idea, but I'll let you say who you think first, because I have
Well,
a.
I feel like it might he might think Sari is a good idea, which I don't think it is. I don't think he should. Maybe he won't. Maybe Tiffany, I think.
I was going to say Jonathan, because I feel
Oh,
like that's
okay.
again, if Jonathan and Joe are both in the final three,
Together,
then there's
yeah.
also potential for splitting votes there. Plus, he's also built a bit of trust with Jonathan.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I like it. Let's do that. And
And
finally
then
Rick,
Rick,
who's
who we have picked no one to take him to the final.
no. But
like
he's got to
with
go there with
Suri.
two people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's
yeah.
the same boat as Cerezen, right?
It
So
is the same boat as
yeah.
Suri, yeah.
I think we start off with Joe.
We have to start off with
Yeah.
Joe. You got
Because
to
he can't
take
have
Joe to
Joe in
the
the
end.
jury because Joe won't vote for him.
That's true. Joe won't vote for him.
And then I reckon Jonathan as well. Same position. Same like thought process as Rizzo,
This
where
is, yeah.
there's a potential for split jury votes. So yeah.
Okay. Well, all points, all signs point to Joe.
Yep. Everyone wants to take
And
Joe to the end.
yeah,
Yeah. That's so funny.
that is so funny. It's a
So
good
wait,
way to
should
see
we
it,
go
though.
through who has the most people pointing to them? So Rick and Suri have none.
Rickon, yeah. Rickon, yeah. 0.
Um
I can write a little 0 here.
Tiff has 2.
Okay.
Jonathan has 3. Aubrey has 1. We only picked one person to take Aubrey to the end, and that was Jonathan.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Yeah, so Aubrey's the next
Like lowest.
lowest, yeah. So this is basically this comes
The
down to who we
odds.
think is most likely to make final tribal. So
Pretty much.
Suri and Rick are least likely to make it, then Aubrey,
Yeah.
then Tiff, and then Rizzo and
2.
Jonathan are tied, and then Joe has the most.
How much does Rizzo and
Rizzo and
Jonathan
Jonathan
have?
each have 3, and then Joe
Okay.
has got
5? Did we say?
5, yeah.
That is crazy.
Everyone except
5
Suri.
people in a 7 thing where you can't vote for yourself. That's everyone but one.
I know. Pretty nuts.
Oh, and it was Suri who's definitely going to
Yeah.
take him to the end if the other 2 options aren't. I mean, she might not even
Yeah.
take Rizzo, to be honest.
Well,
After
she doesn't need to take Joe. Suri,
No.
all Suri needs to think about is how she gets to the end. She doesn't care
Yeah.
who she's sitting next to.
Yeah,
Well, she shouldn't care who she's sitting next to, but yeah.
yeah.
Man,
To
I can't
a
believe
further,
Suri's made final 7. That's actually
that's
nuts.
crazy. It's insane. Well,
It's
she
like
just
one
positioned
of the
herself
one
so
of the
well.
best things about this season is the fact that Suri has made it so far.
I know.
Like, there's a lot that's been going wrong this season, but that's one of the things that's been amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
crazy mind map. And man, what do we call this? Goat watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh man, it's going to be a crazy next 2 episodes.
It will be.
Wow.
I can't believe we've only got 2 episodes left. That's nuts.
I know, and we've got 7 people left in the game.
Yep.
It means
Yeah, it
another
must be a
double tribal.
I'm sure it'll be a double tribal next episode.
Hopefully, they do a double tribal where everyone's there though, and it's just a tribal and then another tribal
Yep,
rather than
I hope
splitting.
so. Yep, I hope that'll be it.
Because this is so brutal splitting these blood game tribes up.
I know. And I mean, they can't really do it again. There's 7 people left.
Yeah,
That's
they could send one person to. No, because then that's a 3. That's
yeah.
a vote of
Send
3.
one person to exile, 3 person
and then it's
votes.
2.
That would be
2
insane.
3s. That would be
Yeah.
crazy, right? That's
Suri would not
stupid.
make it out of that.
No way.
There's ain't
No
no way
way.
Suri survives that if that happens.
Even if she's in a 3 with Tiffany and Rizzo,
Yeah,
Tiffany
they're
and Rizzo are
voting
going
her
to be
out.
like, well, we have to get rid of Suri, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. That'll be their
Yeah.
big move. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be their big move.
Yeah, I reckon it will definitely be all 7 people at Tribal, based off Rick's idol. It said the last time this can be played is at Final 7, so I feel like
Right.
that's kind of an implication that there will be a 7-person vote at Final 7. Not necessarily, but I feel like it means that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What they could do is do the vote off at 7 immediately into a challenge, and then immediately
Yes,
to
yes, they
tribal.
could do that.
And then it could be like a fire making one, so everyone's now got a chance, and now you can see who's the best at making fire.
I'd actually
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regular immunity at Final 7. Go to Tribal. Someone gets voted out. Another
Yeah.
immunity challenge where it's just fire making. Somebody
It's
gets
just
voted
fire
out.
making.
And then there's no Final 4 fire making. That is the fire making.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
if there's a
It's Final 6
vote
fire
at Final
making.
4, if there's a split vote at Final 4, there'll be fire making. But
Yeah.
I'm banking on the fact that that the fans did not vote for fire
It's
making.
the only thing we've got left
I
to
really
wonder.
want there to be no fire making.
Yeah.
At least
Just
no
watch the
forced fire
show.
making. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't mind a split vote fire making, but
Well,
yeah.
just make the show produce that. The fans voted against it, and then they'll coerce two people to vote for each other. No, there's no collusion going on in this game. I don't believe in that.
No.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to
Yeah,
be good.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Big jury now. My gosh, 7 people.
Yeah. Well,
7
let's
people
hope.
with 4, 5 to come.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we can do our recording timely next week, since I'm going to be
Yeah,
over in the UK then, so
yeah, we're going to be on
we'll
opposite
have to find time. Yeah,
hemispheres.
exactly, opposite time zones.
But we'll figure it out, and
We'll figure it
we'll
out.
get it
Yeah,
out, and
we'll sort it. But yeah,
yeah, we'll definitely
make it work.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
have
right,
a safe
cool.
trip, and we'll
I
see you
will.
soon.
Yep. Thanks, Ethan.
All right. Thanks, Claude.